What's good, everybody? Welcome back to Boompa World. Halloween season has come to pass, and it's coming up on the 10-year anniversary of the Wii U. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So you know how to pull out and dust off this handsome fuck. Halloween is always a great time of year, unique. I remember in 8th grade, so like 2013, I was at my friend Adam's house after a successful trick-or-treating the night before. We wanted the Halloween energy to continue, but all we had was his Wii U, and the only game he had was Smash Bros. But luckily Ubisoft had us covered, prepared, and they had a demo that is actually a later portion of the game ZombiU, where you're in like a creepy nursery. But now, it's a decade later, the game's released on every other console, and it's kind of been forgotten as a whole. It even lost its U. Let's see how ZombiU has aged and if it's worth a second of our time in this already scary ass world. But yeah, Ubisoft dropped this exclusively to the Wii U on launch. It was first announced as a game called Killer Freaks from Outer Space, which I mean the groundwork of the game is used, but I wish we got both, but whatever. Many people saw it as a title that highlighted the Wii U's gamepad functionality, but it later lost that gamepad functionality on the other console releases, which I feel like makes this version the best, because all the other times it's just like you click a button or it's like a quick time event, but in this it's kind of like you have to like look at the gamepad, and it brings a level of immersion. In an era absolutely filled to the brim with zombies, how did ZombiU stand out? It didn't turn out a profit, and the sequel in development got cancelled, but I wonder if this game flopped so hard because it sucked, or Nintendo apologized. They felt bad. They're like, yeah, you can use Mario for that Rabbids game you're working on. Thanks for trying to hold it down for the Wii U though. Paying homage to Ubisoft's first ever game. It was called Zombie. So I guess this is a reboot of sorts. It also had a permanent death feature that the Wii U one brought back. Yeah, so I hope this continues the family name with pride. And I wish we could still look at the Miiverse community for tips, and damn, people could write like graffiti on walls and leave like little messages. We're too late for that, so let's not waste another second. Let's see what the zombies got to say to the cricket bat. And if you guys want to lock in and help me grow, be sure to like and subscribe. Look at this creepy blood vessel ass menu. Ask us one question, and I mean, I don't fucking know. And I also didn't know it had multiplayer either. But look at this bonus mode. Me as a zombie, very cute. Hope I'm not in your nightmares. But also Ubisoft trying to collect my data. Suck my dick. It asked me every time I booted up the game. After showing the destruction of the world, the story throws us into the subway and on the run from some ugly ass zombies. This guy shows us his Twitch setup, and we finally get the all-powerful cricket bat from the last guy who was in our shoes. But look how he turned out. It is not promising. This guy was going through it too. Maybe he was thinking the game controlled a little bit too clunky and it just wasn't worth even trying. I didn't think it was that bad though, but it's a bunch of Wii U gamepad from looting, him yelling at me through the speaker in my own house. Chill. Even the heads-up display or like switching your weapons is used with touch on the gamepad. The start is running around doing missions for the Doom Prepper, who is basically all that's left of some weird organization, or so you thought. And it's at least something different at first, with like scanning the room and hacking security systems. Felt like a spy kid, while also tapping vigorously to open the sewage grate. But yeah, after our first mission in the supermarket where we defeat the guy that's forklift jack certified, they decide the next step is to loot Buckingham Palace. They try and build atmosphere, but it sure is a lot of walking in the dark. I already do this at my apartment all the time. It's pretty scary. It got me jittery, and then I accidentally killed myself with a mine. That happened like 4 times throughout the game. But after running around and looting some machine turret ammo, you know what's next. Oh, fucking turret section. But instead of just a regular machine gun sequence, they say look at the gamepad. And you also have to control the view with it to aim. It's kind of cute. Touches like that, it gave this game a pulse for me, kept me wanting to go see like what weird bullshit are they gonna throw. But yeah, also the lighting was really nice too, and like the lens flare just took me right back to 2012, made everything feel so cramped. But this cricket bat though, takes like 12 hits to kill one, but it's pretty effective. A lot of times I would try to use the environment, like these dudes walking through the fire, so I didn't have to hit them like 18 times. But yeah, fighting the controls and the sporadicness of the zombies makes the one life thing feel that much more stressful, along with the fact your person feels super inexperienced, just like you are. They scream in fear every time they have to bash a head in, and it gives this game a unique feel, especially having to use this big ass gamepad. It just feels heavy as hell. Everything's heavy. Atmosphere, colors, the things you're dealing with, the person you're controlling, all heavy. Look at this guy gatekeeping the ladder. But you moved around a complicated labyrinth underground and unlock more areas and do more quests, gathering books and hitting up an armory inside Buckingham Palace. I liked how these guys partied into the afterlife together though at the Brick Lane Flats. We eventually run into this woman who's going off, giving us great backup, and the prepper gets mad that we work with her. I don't know why. He acts like we are a traitor to him. There's unscripted and scripted scary moments, like look at that zombie shadow groaning. The sound design stands out too. It's too bad the combat is so repetitive once you get it down. It is fun to strategize, especially once you get things like the sniper or like flares or any type of thing to be a little different than just smacking them with the cricket bat. The game also checks off the Daryl checkmark from the time from Walking Dead, where you do find a hunting crossbow and get to use it, but mine glitched away, and I didn't bother to get it again. This game has so many secret passageways and weapons and stuff, like it actually rewarded you for exploring. Even the safe house wasn't safe though. Ran out of power halfway through the game and you have to go get gas, and you know it's not going to be that simple. You can't just pull up to the shell. Fuel rewards. So we had to go to like the spookiest place imaginable during a zombie outbreak, a children's nursery, because we had to get the gas station dude some medicine, and I guess this was the only place there was medicine, and there's...
I can go right up the hill too. This is Jillian, the nursery manager. I'm not sure what's happening.
Kids giggling and shit. I don't know, but yeah, this moment when we were having to get gas and get medicine for this weird looking dude who we didn't really trust, I feel like this is when they hit their stride with horror and just felt like a banger game for like an hour and a half right here.
Right, that was definitely not the store. Take a closer look for me.
There were many moments in this game I appreciate. It's just sometimes like rough around the edges and controls and a glitch that will take you like fully out of the experience. But it's this close to being valid. It's this close. We really made it to the nursery from the demo that I played in 8th grade. But never did we come back and the dude was eating his son from the gas station after we got the medicine for him. What are you doing? Get me out of here. Get me out of this world. I came during the Halloween season to play a horror game and get these spooky vibes, but this game got very real. There was a weird variety of zombies, regular ones to spitting ones, thick ones, bad bitch zombies. And there's also these zombies that had an explosive tank on their back. Even if you hit them with your ass spanking paddle, it would cause them to explode. And that and the mines, they fucked me. Like I died like 5 or 6 times from these dudes, especially like when they popped up in the dark out of nowhere and you just try to hit them and then... But yeah, I really ended up liking the setup of the pseudo open world. You just have different zones you can unlock and fast travel to. But you have to find sewer grates and unlock them to actually get the fast travel. There was this moment where you go to this church because
3 of us here in St. George's Church on Brick Lane. Anyone who can help, please help.
you thought you were gonna help some chick, and you fall into this weird arena where they make it like a survival game.
Nice day to die.
I died like 12 times here, and this might be the only part of the game where you respawn in a different area. I liked having to run around in a circle, squander my ammo by killing a group of 3 with 1 propane tank. Finally changed up the gameplay, and it made hearing them die on the intercoms like feel really sweet. It was just victory. Reality, bitch. Another thing I enjoyed was you get the assault rifle here, and I feel like each mission gave you a new weapon to mess with, so I was always excited to see what was next. The missions or set pieces weren't really grandiose. It was just dark hallways with like sewer water, but that allowed every little thing to stand out, and like the realism it was rooted in kept each encounter like a little scaly. You just feel so constricted, so vulnerable, so stuck in the middle of this bullshit. It's a piece on life. The game unwinds with finding the 7 letters of D, the 7 pages if you will, writings with answers on the possible cure to this bullshit known as Panacea. So maybe this game that makes everything feel futile can have a happy ending. Emphasis on maybe. The letters were placed in each area, so we had one more victory lap around this world, and I really kept encountering glitches at the end of the game, and it really did leave a shitty taste in my mouth. As I lost some good weapons and stuff, it hurt my heart. I wanted to love you, ZombiU.
And this is how you repay me.
Right when I got the last shotgun, I fell in an infinite black hole. And that was just BS. It makes an already hard game very hard for an average person to swallow. Like, if I wasn't making a video on this, I definitely would have put it down the first time I encountered the glitch of falling through the world. I did that like 5 different times. But yeah, the final sequence was intimidating and fun. There was no going back. You had to take a dude's eye to get in the retinal scanner to get his work on like the vaccines, and you had to like grind through his little area. And you tried to give what's left of the world a vaccine you've perhaps helped make. I can't believe it though. I worked so hard to get to this end of this game just to blow it by getting stuck in fire and cornered by one zombie. You heard it here right, folks. I played this game for like 10 hours, and right before I got picked up on the helicopter to get the good ending, because there's 2 endings, I failed. No do-overs, just one try. What a waste. I get a shitty ending, and what a strong urge to never play this game again and never to think about it again. Even though it was kind of fun, and I kind of was scared, and I kind of liked it. The fear escalated as the stakes continued to rise, and I guess I blew it. But yeah, although not a technical masterpiece by any stretch, ZombiU was a Wii U launch title that didn't hold your hand. It was ambitious, it was hard as hell, it was structured uniquely when compared to modern games. They built a game, especially when you think how Ubisoft makes the same game with just watchtowers and just the same open world. They actually built the gameplay around the gamepad, added countless little mini games using it. The game has great music, sound design, even the world is immersive and unique, so cloudy, so desolate, just not that painful to backtrack in. It tries many things, online functionality, a cool story, good weapon progression, but alas, the game just leaves something to be desired. The repetitive combat, constant glitches, and overall boring areas kind of kept this game from classichood. It had some really memorable moments though if you stuck through some boring shit, but it was just missing something that made you not forget it. Something that made it stand out from the crowd. And although the one person, one life mechanic was cool, it sometimes left me hurt after I died from a glitch and lost everything, or from the unpolished game just making me die. The prepper was mad you wanted to save the world and not just hoard supplies in the subway, and I did not get that at all. And yeah, judging from the last cutscene, he looked like a dick, so I'm not surprised. I'm so exasperated that the ending had no payoff. I'm so sick. Even the good ending though, you just hop on the helicopter, like they grab your hand, so who knows? They probably would have told us in ZombiU 2 though. So this video will just end too, just like ZombiU. Back to the abyss of forgotten IPs. Even if you had memorable immersion and genuine horror, have a blessed day. Thanks for making it to the end. If you want to see more shit like this, definitely subscribe and like to support. See you guys later. I'll be on the Xbox 360 playing basketball. I'm done with horror.